Good morning. Myself, Manoj Kumar Bundela, Assistant Professor, Suresh Gan Bihar University, Jaipur. So, we are discussing about the production technology of vegetable and spices. In this, we are discussing the production technology of tomato. So, in last class, we discussed the introduction about the tomatoes, from where it is introduced, origin, distribution, uses, health benefit, area, production, taxonomy, different varieties, different varieties of tomato, determinate, indeterminate type of varieties of tomato, and varieties released from the different institutions, then climatic conditions, seed rate, season, land preparation, nursery bed preparation, mulching, planting time, irrigation, drip irrigation method, weed control, staking, harvesting and post-harvest management, maturity indices. Till that we are discussed. So today we will continue with grading. So tomato fruits are graded based on the color, size, and degree of ripening or stage of maturity. So based on color, I already told you based on the color they are rated according to the means red color, half red color or turning stage or complete red color. Green stage, turning stage and red stage. Size small size tomato, medium size tomato and big size tomato. Degree of ripening, stage of maturity means how much time it will take for maturity. Means complete red tomato means it will ripen early. Pack the fruits separately according to the grade before sending them to the market. The Bureau of Indian Standard has specified our four grades. First is super, second one is first is super A, super fancy and commercial. So these are the four grades. Normally it is given by the Bureau of Indian Standard. Super A, super fancy and commercial. Storage: the tomato can be stored in low temperature and evaporative cool storage. The best storage temperature is 12 to 15 degrees centigrade. When stored at freezing point, the tomatoes show low temperature injury. Means if you store it low temperature means it cause the low temperature injuries. Best storage temperature is 12 to 15. The mature green fruits can be kept for as long as 30 days at 10 degrees centigrade to 15 degrees centigrade. Ripe tomatoes can be kept for 10 days at 4.5 degrees centigrade temperature. The recommended relative humidity is 85 to 90%. When we go for storage, then the relative humidity is 85 to 90. Tomato can be stored under normal conditions 7 to 10 days. Means in normal condition also we can store it for the 7 to 10 days. And the best storage temperature is 12 to 15 degrees centigrade temperature. If the temperature is less than 12 degrees centigrade, there is a cause of leaching injury. And if it is a more than 15 degrees centigrade temperature, then there is a hot temperature injury. Is total production. Generally, most of the varieties are ready for first picking in 75 to 80 days after transplanting. Means from nursery we have to transplant into the main field. Right? It will take after that 75 to 85 days. So if we see the yield in ton per hectare in tomato, in open field we will get the 50 ton per hectare yield. In greenhouse condition we will get the 150 tons per hectare of yield. So in greenhouse condition the yield will be more as compared to the open field. This is you can see the yield of tomato, fruits of tomato. Next is physiological disorder of tomato. So physiological disorder is also very important in tomato. So first physiological disorder is blossom and rot. The brown water-soaked discoloration appears at the blossom end of the fruits, where the sensient petals are attracted Petals are attached while the fruit is still green. The spores enlarge and darken rapidly, and the affected portion of fruits become shrunken, leathery, and dark color. These disorders may occur due to the suddenly change in the rate of transpiration, especially in the moisture stress condition. The region of blossom and dot is suddenly changing in the rate of respiration. Continuously high evaporation, continuously high evapotranspiration regime and large leaf area, increasing level of nitrogen content in the fruit. If the nitrogen content in the fruits will be increased. The blossom end rot was soft discoloration appears on the blossom end of the fruit. This is the symptoms you can identify the blossom end rot. In the blossom end of the fruits, the discoloration will be appears, and the reason of this is means moisture stress condition, those are high evapotranspiration and increasing the level of nitrogen. How we can control this disorder is controlled by the increasing the frequency of irrigation. So we have to increase the frequency of irrigations. Judicial fertilizer application increase in the level of phosphate fertilizers application decline the incidence of disorders. Judicial fertilizers application increase in the level of phosphate fertilizers application decline the incidence of this disorder. Liming decrease the incidence. If we apply the lime, it will decrease the incidence. Single foliar spray of 0.5% calcium chloride at the time of fruit development. So we can spray the calcium chloride. Calcium chloride 0.5%. Liming we can decrease the incidence, and judicial application of fertilizers. We can increase the frequency of irrigation to control the erosion. Next is fruit cracking. Two types of fruit cracking are seen. Radial cracking, where the surface of the mostly fully ripe fruit cracks rapidly from the stem end of the fruits, and concentric cracking, where the surface of mostly mature green fruit cracks concentric- concentrically around the shoulders of the fruits. The radial cracking is more common and causes greater losses than the concentric cracking. Cracking may occur due to irrigation and rainfall after long dry spell. Means after long dry spell, suddenly if we apply the water, the cracking will be occurs. Exposure of the fruits to the sun due to pruning and staking. When we go for pruning of the fruit, when we go staking of the fruit, that time the fruits is directly exposed to the sunlight. So that time also it causes the fruit cracking. Boron deficiency. Due to deficiency of boron, genetic factors which is reported to be inherited polygenetically. Genetic character which is reported to be inherited polygenically. So these are the major reasons of the fruit cracking. Main is boron deficiency, and after we apply the cracking, also two types are there. One is radial cracking and second one is concentric cracking. So how we can control irrigation at regular intervals means after long dry spell we will not apply regularly. We have to supply the water. Pruning and staking during summer season should be avoided. Pruning and staking during the summer season is avoided. Spraying the seedling before transplanting with 0.3 to 0.4% borax solution. You will spray the borax 0.3 to 0.4% on the seedlings before transplanting. Growing resistance varieties. So, breaking resistance varieties like Sioux, Roma, Punjab, Johara, Pusha Ruby, Hatha Saurabh, and Pant T1. So, these are the varieties we can use to control the cracking. Fruit cracking, boron deficiency. products. Next is puffiness, the outer wall of the grown-up fruits, two-thirds normal size, continues to develop normal, but growth of the remaining internal tissue or placenta mesocarp is retarded, resulting in partial filled fruits, which is light in weight and lacks in firmness. Is what will happen due to the if the fertilization is not proper. So what will happen? The fruits will develop, but they are not completely developed. The inside of the fruits is empty, means the partial development of the fruits. The internal tissue placenta will not develop properly. That is called as puffiness. So puffiness means it is a mainly it is non-fertilization of the ovule, means fertilization of the ovule is not occur. If the embryo abortion after normal fertilization means normal fertilization occur, but embryo abortion is occur. Due to that also the inside part of the fruits will not develop. High temperature and high soil moisture are the primary factors responsible for this disorder. If temperature is more, so then what will happen? The fruits will not develop properly, and high soil moisture will also cause this disorder, puffiness. Control. Over irrigation should be avoided. We will not go to apply the over irrigation. Less nitrogen should be applied. Nitrogen also will not apply in large quantity. Boron should be applied. Here, spray the boron 0.3 to 0.4% borax we can spray to control this. Next is cat face. Deterioration, distortion of the blossom end of the fruit gives rise to various ridges, furrows, and indentation is in a localized area of the fruit. Catface is named due to these ridges and indentation. Means what will happen? The fruits looks like catface because of the there is when this the ridges will not develop at the blossom end, the ridges are developed and there is a indentation. Due to that, the fruits will look like catfish. So it is called as catfish disorder. Unfruitfulness. Temperature partially. A night temperature has performed a profound effect on the fruit setting in tomato. Night temperature will play important role in fruit setting in tomato. High day temperature above 32 and high night temperature above 20. This in day also temperature is about 32, in night also temperature is about 20. Is not congenial for the fruit set of tomato. On the other hand, fruits normally fail to set at or below 30 degrees centigrade. Means below 30 degrees centigrade, fruits will not set. Above 32, I already told you that temperature is more that time also fruit will not set. Both high and low temperature adversely affect the fruit set. Due to the higher low temperature, the fruit set will be affected, mainly by reducing the pollen viability and pollen germination in the stigma. Due to that, what will happen? Both the high and low temperatures adversely affect the fruit set, mainly by reducing the pollen viability and pollen germination on the stigma. Control. Growing high temperature tolerant varieties like HS102, Punjab Kesar, Punjab Chubara, Hot Set etc. So these varieties, these are resistant to proteins. Growing of low temperature tolerant varieties like Pusa Sital, Cold Set. These are low temperature tolerant varieties. Application of growth substance like parachloronoxic acetic acid (PCPA) becomes parachloronoxic acetic acid 50 ppm at full bloom stage at 2 to 4 2 or 240 as 1 to 2 ppm prior to emphasis. We can apply to control the unfruitfulness. Next is gold flake. In the fruit surface around the calyx and fruit shoulders, the tiny yellow spots often appears, which are called as gold flake. Gold flake means that the tiny yellow spots often appears means calyx of the fruit shoulders. The tiny yellow spots will appear. That is called as gold flake. These gold flakes appears due to the deposition of calcium oxalate. The gold flakes is developed due to the deposition of calcium oxalate with high incidence. If we apply the high amount of calcium oxalate, fruits become non-attractive and their shelf life is also reduced. Cold flex means it will be means if we can see it is not attractive and the shelf life of the fruit is reduced. The increased magnesium concentration in the fruits. Due to this, the magnesium concentration is increased. Silvering. Silvering. This disorder affects the stem, leaves, and flowers. Stem, leaves, and flowers. In this, in that stem, silvering, gray-green strips of varying number and width appears. These disorders may be caused due to the exposure of plants to low temperature less than 21 degrees centigrade for some time. These disorders affect the stem, leaves, and flowers. In the stem, silvering gray-green strips of varying number and width are appears. This disorder may be caused due to the exposure of the fruits to the low temperature, less than 21 degrees centigrade temperature. Silvering. Pithy stem. The large air space are formed in the pith accompanied by the increase in the abscisic acid level in the leaves. Next is pest and disease. These are the pests like aphid ticks, whiteflies, leaf miner, pinworm, fruit borer. Disease like damping of early blight, late blight, Fijian wilt, bacterial wilt, and mosaic. So first is tips Tabasi management. Tips is mechanical approach of disease plant. Normally tips they will cause the viral disease. And viral disease are only we have to take the plant, uproot the plant and destroy it. No other options we can use. We have to control the insects because they are transmitted by the insect like thrips. So yellow sticky traps we can use 15 traps per hectare. Release the larva of we can use this Cryptoperilla cornea, a predator we can use 10,000 per hectare. Spray the methyl dimetone 25 EC at the rate of 1 liter per hectare or dimethyl 30 EC 1 liter per hectare we can use to control the trips. Serpentine leaf miner. Serpentine leaf miner means you can see the leaf like you can see the snake is there, snake with the name leaf like this you can see the symptoms. Make leaf miner damage you can see here. Mining of the leaves you can see the mining in the leaves and after that the drying of the leaves will be started. It is a very common. So the management of this is collect and destroy the mined leaves. We have to collect the leaves and destroy this and spray the NSKE at period of 5%. Neem seed kernel extract we can spray to control the leaf miner, serpentine leaf miner. Whitefly, Bemisia tabaci. So whitefly it will damage the fruits means normally it cause the viral disease. So viral disease means it will cause the fruit damage, silvering damage, like you can see tomato leaf curling will start. Leaf curling will be start like this you can see in diagram. Curling of the leaf will be start. Management uproot and destroy the diseased leaf for plants. Use the nitrogen and irrigation judicially. Use the yellow sticky trap we can use the carbofuran 3G 40 kg per hectare or spray the dry method 30C to control this. It will also spread the viral disease. And viral disease we not have any control with just we control by the uproot the plant and destroy the plant or we have to control the insects. Pinworm. Pinworm means symptoms you can this is the pinworms. So you can see the symptoms in leaf. Starting starting it is look like this. After that the drying of the leaves will be start. Means leaves will be start drying and it's a complete drying of the leaves. In fruits also the pinhole will be developed on the fruits. So they will damage the inside the fruits. So these are the symptoms of pinhole. Management collect and destroy the pinworm affected plants and fruits. Means whatever the plant is affected by pinworm or the fruits are affected, just we collect and destroy them. Avoid the solanaceous crop after tomato. So we not apply the solanaceous because it will spread into the that crop also. Use healthy seedling for transplanting. Keep pheromone traps. We can use the pheromone traps. Spray the. We can spray the endojex carbon. You can spray or you can prepare the neem formulation as a azadirachtin. You can spray to control the pinworm. The major management practices: collect the plant and destroy the plant. Fruit borer, Heliconia major, you can see it will bore the fruits. The borer means it will enter into the fruits and the larva will enter into the fruits and it will take out the, like this you can see the symptoms. Means it will come out, ooze will come out from the fruits. So this is the symptoms of fruit borer. It is transmitted by Heliconia albigera. Management: growing of the tap crop, meaning 40 days old American tall marigold to 25 days old tomato seedlings. Means normally to control the fruit borer we can use a trap crop. Trap crop means that trap. What do you mean by trap crop? Trap crop you can use marigold. Marigold means that in fruit borer insect first it will damage the marigold, after that it will damage the main crop. So if we use the trap crop outside of our field, so what will happen? The Heliconia palmigera, it will eat the marigold only. It will not damage the our main crop. So one next to 16 seedlings we can use for the trap crop. Set up a pheromone trap we can use, Hedule we can use to control the fruit borer. Ma- Get collection and destruction of damaged fruit and growing in the caterpillars. We have to collect the caterpillars and damage them. Release the trichoderma we can release for bacillus thuringiensis 2 gram per liter of water we can release to control this. Next is damping off. So damping off is mainly comes in the seedling stage. When we prepare the nursery, that time damping off is the major problem. So this is the you can see the symptoms of damping off. This is the seedlings and the stem of the seedlings will be start drying like this. Here it is look like yellow in color and the stem will be start drying and the plants will be fall down. The management use the rest seed beds normally it is mainly due to the if we apply the more amount of water or it is maybe to the PTM also. So PTM is the major problem. So we can use the rest bed, rinse the copper oxychloride or borax mixer. We can use any fungicides we can use the borax mixer, we can use seed treatment with fungal culture. We can treat the seed with thiron, 3 gram per kg of the seeds only prevents the measure to control the pre-emergence of damping. So this is called as pre-emergence damping. So it is mainly controlled by using the fungicides like thiron we can use 3 gram per kg of the seedling. Next is early blight. Early blight is mainly to the Alternaria solani. So Alternaria solani means early symptoms means the plants will start drying. The affected plants at adverse stage, the complete plant will start drying. Starting the leaf will start drying, then complete plant will start drying. Concentric rings on the infected plant. So it will develop the concentric ring. Like these rings will develop on the plant stem. This is the stem of the plant. Concentric ring will be developed. Management, removal and destruction of the crop debris means we have to collect the debris and destroy that. Practicing crop rotation helps to minimize the. Normally, we will go for crop rotation because if we grow the same crop in our field, it will be affected more. So we have to go for crop rotation. Spray the crop with Mancozeb 0.2% for effective disease control. You can use the Mancozeb 0.2% to control the disease. Late blight, Phytophthora infestans. So late blight it is mainly occurs in the leaf also and fruits also. In the lower part of the leaves will look like this, and in fruits the symptoms will look like this. Means the drying of this leathery kind of the fruits will be start. The affected plants will be removed and destroyed. Practicing the crop rotation help to minimize the disease. We can use the crop minimize by the we can use the crop rotation. Dense the copper oxychloride 0.2% or borax mixture we can use 1% to control the late blight of potato, late blight of tomato. It is also comes in potato also. Phytophthora infestans. The affected plants will be look like this. It will complete dying of the plant will start. Fusarium weed, Fusarium oxysporum. Physiodium oxysporum, the affected plants will be, you can see the symptoms. The plants, affected plants will be like drying of the complete plant will be started. So you can see in this, the drying of the complete plant is started in Fusarium wilt. Complete destruction of the plant. Management, the affected plants will be removed and destroyed first. Sport drench with carbon we can use, or crop rotation with non-bush crop. We can use the crop rotation, or we can use the carbon to control the Fusarium wilt. Next is bacterial wilt. So bacterial wilt means Ralestonia solanaceae. The infected plants will be like look like this. Means the drying of the leaves, curling of the leaves will be started. So management we can go for crop rotation with cowpea, maize, cabbage we can use, okra, cowpea, maize we can use, maize, cowpea, maize we can use, finger millet, eggplant we can use are effective to control the bacterial wilt in tomato. Means we can use the solanaceous vegetable. Other than solanaceous we can use the other crops so that it will control them. Use of disease resistance varieties Arca alpha, Arca alok, Arca action. So these are the disease resistance varieties we can grow. Mosaic, tomato mosaic virus (TMV). So TMV means the curling of the leaves will be started. So the plant affected leaves looks like this. White. The color of the leaves is starting with green color. The color of the leaves will be changed with the whitish color, and the curling of the leaves will be started. Use of disease-free seeds and seedlings. Crop rotation with non-host crop. Soaking of the seeds in solution of Trisodium phosphate, 90 grams per liter of water a day before sowing. Spray imidacloprid 0.05% or dimethoate 0.05% to control the peptide. Tomato mosaic virus. Next is leaf curl virus. The tomato leaf curl virus. The tomato leaf curl virus foliar symptoms. The leaf will be look like this viral leaf. Means the size of the leaves will be reduced and if the curling of the leaves will be start. Yellowing between the veins will be start yellowing and the upward curling of the margin means the margin of the leaves will be start upward curling and leaf curl symptom. The curling of the leaves will be started. So these are the symptoms of leaf curl virus. Then management. Keep the yellow sticky trap 12 per hectare to control the white fly. So we can use the yellow sticky trap to control the leaf curl virus. It is transmitted by the white flies. Rise the barrier crop cereals around the field. We can grow the barrier crops. Spray the imidacloprid 0.5% or dimethoate 0.5% to control the white flies. So this is all. So this all are calculated taken from the textbook of vegetable, tubercle, and spice, tamburas, and naranjas and vegetables. Thank you. So this is all about the tomato crops. Thank you. Seedlings are ready for the transplanting. So either we can prepare the raised bed, and in that bed we have to sow the seeds, and we will prepare the nursery, or we can sow the seeds in plot trays, and then when the seedlings are ready after 30 to 35 days, then we can go for transplanting in the Benfield. So number of plants, how we calculate the number of plants? So number of plants is calculated by the area divided by the spacing. So how much total area is there? Then we divide the spacing. So we can calculate the total number of plants required in a particular area. Planting time. Seedlings are ready for transplanting between 4 to 5 weeks after seedling is means after preparation means after sowing the seeds after 4 to 5 weeks seedlings are ready for transplanting into the main field. Seedlings should be hardened before the transplanting means before transplanting we have to harden the seeds means we have to give some treatments to the seeds so that they will stand in the field. This is done by withhold the water for 4 to 5 days so as to reduce the available moisture of 20%. So what we have to do for that? We have to reduce the temperature. Means we have to what we have to do? We have to stop the watering. Means before when we go for transplanting into the mantle, before that 4 to 5 days before we have to stop the watering or we have to reduce the moisture with 20%. so that the seedlings will get hardened. But just before transplanting, we have to apply the water so that we will easily take out the seedling and transplant into the main field. Transplanting of seedlings are done in the Feb to January, January to Feb, and July to August for taking two crops in a year. For taking two crops, January, February, and July, August. In hills, normally March to October is the best month for transplanting. During winter production, the planting is done in the month of September. For winter, September month we have to go for planting. Spacing 60 into 45 centimeter spacing is wild, means plant to plant is 60 and row to row is 45 centimeter, mostly under the drip irrigation system. For efficient use of water and fertilizer for long duration cultivation of the crop. Because we will take the spacing 60 into 45, we can take 45 into 45, 60 into 60, 30 into 45 also we can take. But for if we are preparing the nursery bed and we are supplying the water through a drips, then we take the 45, 60 into 45 is the best. Low pressure drip irrigation system can also be used for the greenhouse tomato cultivation. Low pressure drip irrigation system also we can use. Irrigation. Water requirement for the crop. 600 to 700 mm per hectare water is required. During initial crop stage 1 month, 8 liter water, 8 liter per meter square water is required. The total 1 meter square area, the total water requirement is 3.7 4 plants per meter square. So this is the calculate how much water we have to require. Normally the crop requires 600 to 700 mm per hectare water is required. During the initial stage, 1 month it required the 8 liter per meter square. Okay. Next is drip irrigation methods we can use. Frequent irrigation is essential for the plant growth, the fruiting and yield. The crop should be irrigated daily, means daily we have to go for irrigation. However, during the summer, more irrigation is required as compared to the winter, summer, more irrigation is required because the surface evaporation is more in case of summer as compared to the winter. Drip is highly economical and produce quality tomato. If you go for drip irrigation, it will be highly economical and it will give the quality tomatoes. So this is the drip irrigation. This is from this drip by drip water will come, means boon boon water will come. So it will save the water, and the water is directly go to the root system of the plant and it will be directly available to the plant. So the loss of the water is very less in case of drip irrigation system. So if total crops like tomato, water saving is 42% and it will increase the yield 60%, means we can save the 42% of water if we go for drip irrigation method, and it will increase the yield is 60%, yield will be increased, means we can save the water and we can increase the yield. So that is the major importance of drip irrigation method. So water uses per kg of tomato. For 1 kg of tomato in open field, it requires 60 liter of water. For 1 kg of tomato, it requires 60 liter of water for open. For greenhouse without recycling, it requires 22 liter of water. And in case of greenhouse with recycling, if we go to, then it requires 10 liter of water. 10 liter water, then we go for recycling. So it requires the 10 liter water, without recycling 22 liter, and open field 60 liter. The high-tech greenhouse, if you prepare the high-tech greenhouse, in that it required only 4 liter of the water. So open field with drip irrigation, greenhouse, so this is the means highest irrigation required in case of open field, and if we go for high tech greenhouse, it required very less amount of water. So next is use of growth regulators. So use of growth regulators and chemicals. Chemicals like chlorothylene phosphonic acid. Its common name is ethophon. The quantity is 200 to 500. It is sprayed in the whole plant and it is effective for the flowering induction, better rooting and setting of the plant. Better rooting and setting of the plant. It's like this different chemicals and their uses. Second is psychosil. Psychosil is mainly used for the flower bud Flower bud development stimulate the pigment formation and increase the fruit yield. Two-fold it, 2 to 5 seed treatment, whole plant spray we use. It will increase the fruit set, earliness and parthenocarpy. IBA, internal butyric acid. It is mainly used the quantities 50 to 100 liter milligram per liter. It will increase the fruit set. IAA, indole butyric acid. It is mainly we go for foliage spray. Foliage spray, it will increase the fruit size and yield. NA, naphthalic acetic acid. It is used for the spray oil we use. It will increase the higher the fruit set and yield. PCPA, it is 550 milligram in foliage spray. It will higher the fruit set under the adverse climatic condition. GA, gibberellic acid. It is mainly used 50 to 100 in foliar spray. It will elongate the shoot growth and increase the fruit yield. So these are the different growth regulators and their effective means how much quantity we have to use and what is the effect of that growth regulator on the plant. Cultural practice of tomato. Cultural practices include weeding, staking, draining, desuckering, de-leafing, and fruit pruning. Staking means 30 days after planting we have to go for staking of the plant. Then draining, desuckering, de-leafing, and fruit pruning. So weed control. Normally, the method of weed control is to give the two-end hoeing in the first and third fortnight after transplanting, and an earthing up operation during the seasonal fortnight. We have to go for earthing up. The application of pre-emergence herbicide like metribuzin at 0.35 kg per hectare, flucloxylin 1.25 kg per hectare control the weed population and increase the yield of tomato. So these are the weedicides we can use, pre-emergence and post-emergence weedicide we can use. If pre-emergence means before the emergence of the field, we have to apply the weeds, we have to apply the herbicides like flucloxylin we can use, or to control the weed population we can use metribuzin at the rate of 0.35 kg per hectare. Recently, the use of pendimethalin 1 kg per hectare as a pre-emergence application and 3 days after transplanting was found very effective in suppression of the weeds. So we can use the pendimethalin also 1 kg per hectare. It is also used as a pre-emergence application 3 days after transplanting. Next is staking. In case of indeterminate varieties of tomato, to increase the yield and the quality of the tomato, we will go for the staking of the plant. With the wooden sticks we can use, or we can use the polythene threads we can use. The staking is not only increase the yield and improve the quality, it will also reduce the infection of fungal disease. So if we go for staking, it will increase the quality and it will increase the production and it will reduce the fungal disease. Staking. So staking is normally done in case of indeterminate type of tomatoes only, not in determinate type of tomato. Training system, we can use a single stem training system, two stem training system, three stem training system we can use. Spacing is 16 to 45. Single stem means just we allow the only one stem to grow. Single stem training system is in which normally we remove the other parts and we will allow only one stem to grow. That is called a single system of training. Like single means one stem we allow. Two stem means normally we allow the two stem to grow. In case of and three stem means we allow the three stems to grow in case of indeterminate type of tomatoes. This is called as training. We can use the plastic threads. With the help of plastic threads, we can tie the crops and we will give the support to the plants. Single stem means single stem, two stem means like this two stem, three means three stem we give. So this is the plant. This is the threading we normally we do. Just we take one threads here, then after that we will rotate this like this. Like this we have to do the tie the plants to the threads so that it will not get damaged. Resuckling, resuckling means removal of suckers. Like this type of suckers will come from sides, from where the fruiting will be okay. So these type suckers we have to remove in initial stage, so that the side branches will not come. This is how we remove the desuckling. We have to remove the suckers like this. We have to remove the small. Thresh hook. We can use a thresh hook to tie the plants fruits so that the fruits will not fall down because during the indeterminate means height of the plant is more. So that time when the footings will be equal due to the weight of the fruits will be fall down. For that we can use the truss hook we can use. Pruning. Start pruning in 30 days after transplanting. Prune the plants to two stem by removing the lateral suckers. We have to remove the lateral suckers and we allow the only two stem. It will help to maintain balance between the vegetative growth and fruit production. If we go for pruning means it will maintain the balance between the vegetative growth and the fruit production. Perform in every 8 to 10 days after transplanting. We have to go for 8 to 10 days we will go for pruning. This is the pruning. We have to remove the side circles. We will allow only one or two. At initial stage, we have to go for pruning so that the side branches will not come and the plant will go like straight. And when it attain a particular height, after that we will allow the side branches also. So this is the scadiates. With the help of the scadiates, we have to remove the branches. We have to go for pruning. Harvesting and post-harvest management. The harvesting of tomato fruit is carried out either by breaker stage or at the half rate depending upon the market preference. Means if we require the tomatoes starting means local market we will harvest the red stage also. If we transfer into the long distance then we will harvest the broker stage or just it is turning into the red stage that time we will harvest. The first harvesting will be start 60 days after planting. Means 60 days after planting, the first harvesting will be started. So this is how we harvest the tomato fruits. It is based on the after that we will keep into the plastic pellets or transfer to the one area to the another area. In indeterminate cultivars, fruits are normally harvested in 70 to 100 days after planting. While determinate tomato, the fruits are harvested in 70 days after. In indeterminate 70 to 100 days we have to harvest. In determinate 70 days after transplanting we have to go for harvesting of the tomatoes. It is based on the market or climatic conditions. These are the different stages of harvest. First is immature green stage. The fruits are green but have attained to the normal size. Means color of the fruit is green only, but the size is completely developed. The seeds are not fully developed and not covered with the jelly-like substance. The fruits are harvested at this stage when they are transported over a long distance market. If we are going for the long distance market, then we harvest the tomato in immature green stage. Second is mature green stage. The fully grown tomato with a brownish ring at the stem scales, removal of calyx, light green color at blossom and change the yellowish green and seeds are surrounded by jelly-like substance. Filling the seed cavity, harvested the long distance transportation and ripen after reaching to the market. Major green means they are also harvested for the long distance only. Just after reaching to the market, the fruits will get ripened. Turning stage or we can say breaker stage. One fourth of the fruits, especially at blossom and